And I feel like when I think about storytelling, it's the most primal way that we connect as human beings is through the power of story. And so when
Yeah.
I think about the concepts of connection and community and compassion, all of those things, they all come together, and we're able to do this through the ways that we tell stories and help businesses tell their stories. And it's just not telling stories for the story's sake. It's, all of the organizations that we serve, they're also providing a service and providing, solving problems and solving for pain points of the individuals that they serve. And we're able to, like, well, how do we tell that story in the most effective way? Like, how do we understand what your target market is facing and their pain points, and how do we help you communicate that in a world where we always talk about the attention economy, and our job is to, like, break through that because our attention is so pulled in so many different directions, and that's really kind of in terms of like the marketing space, a battle for that. And the way that we do that in the most clear, concise, and compelling manner, like, makes a difference because we're helping our clients grow their companies and they're scaling their impact. So I don't know. I feel like for all of us, it's like we're aware of the interconnectedness of things, and it's like, here's how we can show up in our space to help kind of expand, the impact that, like, all of our work together is having.
That's amazing. Yeah. And I'm reminded every time I go into a board meeting, and I still run 8 boards myself. That's how much I love to see the impact of what we do. How many people are thriving? How many CEOs in our community are thriving? They're achieving their financial goals. Their business is achieving its financial goals, but they're also doing incredible work, and they're hiring great people and building great cultures, and they're just so happy with what they've achieved. We had one entrepreneur this morning. I'm not going to name her, but she said, I've got 3 wins and I have no challenges today. And you guys know I've always brought up challenges, but everything's amazing. And we all celebrated that. And we reminded her it's probably only going to last a couple of weeks, but she should definitely enjoy that moment. And it's great to see everything that you guys are affecting for the better. Let's talk briefly about the marketing landscape. I mean, with artificial intelligence and everything we're going through, how do you guys help your clients stay authentic and effective in such a noisy world?
Or it's actually just, we published a blog about this last week. Um, yeah, it's absolutely true. I mean, Chat GPT can do everything and anything. How do we differentiate ourselves? So, what the way we embrace technology and recognize the value that it can bring and how it can make us, so much more efficient. So we can leverage our other skills. Storytelling. I mean, one thing that AI cannot do is come up with a unique idea. So it's taking all these amazing data points. But I think it's that human side of storytelling that gets lost a lot in the technology. So we have worked to harness technology and everything that we know about storytelling, bringing that to our clients. And again, making it, yeah, I mean, a client can always say, oh, I can just have ChatGPT write my website, publish it. And yes, you could. But is it going to be the same website that every other person has or every other organization? So it's bringing those skills together. Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
about the ecosystem of market. It's such a vast ecosystem, right? From, like, SEO to content marketing to videography to sales enablement to marketing sales alignment, all those things. For us, we always talk about, and it's exciting space to be in. I know some people are like, "Oh, you guys are going to steal our jobs." I'm like, no, that's the wrong mindset. Like, we obviously need to continue to upskill, but I feel as marketers, our role is to be stewards of the technology. And so for us, as we continue to, like, expand and learn and grow and to understand kind of how the martech stack is shifting, it's our responsibility as an agency to work with our clients to help them to understand, here are the best tools that we can leverage together to create more efficiencies to drive the most value. And it's a very overwhelming space because I feel like a lot of our clients are like, where the heck do I even begin to think about this, or how do I even start to integrate these tools?
Yeah.
So we're always having those conversations based upon the needs of our clients, right? And so, from ChatGPT on one end to just really understanding, like, customer data platforms on one end, where we're working with, a division that has like retail stores, and they also have a B2B arm, and it's really, and then there's a website. So it's really understanding, how do we understand all of the behaviors that are happening and communicate in a way that's timely and effective. And so for us, I think from the AI technology landscape is really continue to look at ourselves as the stewards of it. We don't have to be necessarily the creators of all the technology,
Right.
but be able to have insightful recommendations on how we can integrate that into the work that we do with our clients on a case by case basis. Because it's not a one size fits all type of thing.
Love that. And one of the things that's been so fascinating to me is you guys combine the experience with events with all the digital marketing experience. So a lot of our events we've had to do without your involvement because you're in California, you're in LA, we're here in Florida, and all of our events have been in Florida to this day. We're doing 12 breakfasts next year. We're doing a gala dinner a couple of weeks from today. And we can't get you out this far because these are short events. And of course, we're 4,000 or whatever miles away. But you guys understand the value of live events and bringing people together from that amazing rich history that you've had going to so many events in the United States and around the world. And so being able to combine both of those is what I think in a service company really is where the magic happens, especially in a community like ours, right? People want to see each other across the screen. They also want to be able to once in a while come together.
NFL, it's like comes down to back to connection. The human element of connection is like we have our digital life, but like the face to face connection. I feel like also with the Dobbins group, when one of our clients in Vince Industry Council, so we serve in the same capacity. It's kind of the federation of all kind of business events and associations around the world. But really, the work, the insights and the work that we get to do together, we really work on a lot of research projects that show the power of events and then power and the economic impact of this events. But it all comes down, but regardless, we'll never be able to replace the need for face-to-face interaction. And so as we think about immersive experiences, how do the hybrid experiences come together? It's an exciting space to be in because it's always changing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you reminded me of the Events Industry Council. As you guys know, 17 years before I started leading peers, I led a company in the event space, and the Events Industry Council was the flagship organization, the umbrella that brought together all the global event associations that I was a part of, some of those like MPI, like SITE, the Society for Incentive Travel Executives. So, and I still have my company in that space. Luckily, delegated to a CEO that runs it, so I can put my heart and soul into leading peers. But it's amazing that you guys combine that, that full breadth from live events. What do you?
Saying that right now because it's just like I feel like it brings. Sometimes we forget like all the different spaces that we work at because with Site and like we work with through EIC, the CEOs of all those companies, and we just threw this big global awards dinner or gala in Las Vegas to honor the champions of the global business events industry. And so it's such a gift for us because we get to work across industries with all of these people and learn and grow. And I think it just makes us better and smarter in all the different industries that we serve. But at the end of the day, I always go back to whatever we're doing. It's about like the power of human connection. And we get to do that through the power of storytelling.
Absolutely. Guys,
I was just thinking about you came to us as a third degree referral. So you are a referral from a referral, and then you've referred several to us. We've been new clients, so now we have like 3 generations away from you. So again, it's that connection of good people doing good things and wanted to support each other.
absolutely. Yeah.